Hi friends, welcome to the session on electrostatic potential energy and electrostatic potential. Right. So first we see why we have to learn about electrostatic potential. Right. So we have already studied about electric field E. But what is the problem with electric field is it is a vector quantity. Right. So we have to know magnitude and direction, and it is also very difficult to work with vector quantity. So scientists talk about some scalar quantity which represents and explains the same phenomena, right? So that phenomena, that quantity is known as potential V, right? So whatever vector explains in whatever electric field explains in vector quantity, the same thing can be explained with V, that is potential. Right? Let us see how we are going to do and what is the relationship between E and V. Those things we will see now. Okay, right. So now let us assume that we have one test charge, source charge plus Q located at the origin. Right, and it's a positive charge and it is radiating electric field everywhere. These white lines are representing electric field. In this electric field, suppose we want to move a discharge from point R to point P, right? So from R to P we want to move, right? Since there is an electric field produced by source charge at every point, we have to give some external force and do some work to move the charge from point R to P, because the field is field produced by source charge is nothing but a force. Field is nothing but a force produced by charge. So everywhere there is a force, we have to give some external force to oppose the original force and move the object from move the charge from point R to point P. So let us assume that that force is external force, Faxt, right? This force must be equal to the force produced by this source charge Q, right? That force is nothing but electrostatic force E, right? So because it is produced by charges, so static charge, we call it as electrostatic force, and it must be opposite to that force, right? Then only we can move discharge with constant velocity, right? So this is the condition. Now, how much work to be done to move a discharge from point R to P? That is given by W is equal to R to P integral, right? F dot dl. How did I write this? Because we know work done is equal to force into displacement that we studied, right? So, but here we are dealing with the microscopic structure, not a big macroscopic structure. So, what we have to do, we cannot simply connect P and R and calculate the work done. What we have to do is how much work has to be done from done to move a charge from point I to next point, from next point to next point, from next point to next point. Like that, we have to see. For example, let us assume here to here. What is the distance? Let us assume it is dl1, right? And here force applied is F external F1, right? Like that here, from here to here, dl2 F2. Because small distance we have to calculate and finally add all the value. That addition is nothing but given integration, continuous integration. So we cannot write W is equal to F dot D directly in electromagnetics because we are dealing with everything at particular point in EMF. So we have to work with the microscopic structure and move from one point to another point. For each point we have to calculate all the values. So that's why we are going for W is equal to R to P integration, right? So this is nothing but your external force. This force is applied to move a discharge from R to P. We know that F external, right? So we know Coulomb's force. Coulomb's force is conservative. What do you mean by conservative? Conservative force means it depends only on the initial and final position of the discharge and it is independent of the path taken. So it will always bother about R2P and independent of the path taken. That's why we are taking R2P. Okay, that is very, very important. Next thing is, let us assume that the potential at point P is UP. Okay, here is my right? So potential at point P is UP. Potential at point P. Similarly, potential at point R is UR, right? So then what is the work done or potential energy difference? Potential energy difference is given by UP minus UR because we are moving from point R to point P. So potential energy difference UP minus UR, right? So this potential energy difference is nothing but how much work we are doing to move a test charge from point R to P. So this potential energy difference is considered as how much work we are doing to move object from test charge from point R to P. Why we are associating work done to the potential energy? Because the work done by the external force is stored in the form of potential energy in the test charge. That is very, very important. So we are doing some work now to move an object from a test charge from point R to P. So that work done is stored in test charge as potential energy. Okay, so what potential energy at a point R is nothing. Point R is this one. This one here potential energy is UR, right? So here UR, here UP. So what must be the energy difference? UP minus UR. So UP minus UR, that is nothing but our work done required, right? So UP minus UR is work done. Let us assume that is the potential energy difference del U, right? This is very, very, very important equation. Clear? So now we write W is equal to del U. Already we derived the equation for W. W is nothing but what? Where is that? W is equal to R2P F dot F external dot DL. We substitute this value there. So we know that W is equal to, now instead of W I write del U. Del U is equal to R2P F external dot DL. So we know F external is nothing but minus FE. So that is equal to R2P minus FE dot DL, del U. Okay, so instead of FE, F is nothing but Coulomb's force. We know F is equal to Q into E, electric field. So substitute that. Q is a constant, take outside, minus Q R2P E dot DL. That is nothing but our del U. Right? So now potential energy difference per charge. This is potential energy difference. Del U is potential energy difference. If I bring charge this side, del U by Q. This is potential energy difference per charge. That is given by minus R2P E dot dl. Right? So this is what you know as potential energy difference. We know that that we can write as VR, VP, control set, VP minus VR is equal to del V. Right? So this is defined as electric, this equation del U by Q is nothing but electric potential difference between point P and R. That is given by del V. Right? So I can write this per charge. Please remember. So instead of del U by Q, we can write as Vp minus Vr that is equal to del V, which is equal to minus integral R to P E dl. Right? So this equation is very important equation. Potential energy difference between the 2 points R and P. Right? So we know that del U by Q dash is equal to del V. We are seeing here. Right? So del U by Q. Del U by Q is equal to nothing but our del V. Clear, del U by Q, which is equal to del V only we know. So del U by Q is equal to del V. Sorry, this implies potential energy del U is equal to Q into del V. This and all we are going to use wildly. Okay. So potential energy difference is normally we use in the real-time scenario. So difference is very important, right? So potential at one point is not at all important. So potential difference is very important. Potential at particular point is not an important quantity, not required. In real time, we are using only potential difference. So what we are going to do is, we are moving from one point to another point, that is from R to P now, right? So instead of that, if I bring this R to infinity, potential at infinity becomes 0. Right? Why potential at infinity becomes 0, we will see in next class. Right? So far we studied what is potential difference. What is potential difference? Potential difference is nothing but work done to move a charge from one point to another point. This is what your potential difference, del U. Del U is nothing but your potential difference. It's nothing but work done to move charge from one point to another point, right? Whereas potential is the work done to move a charge from infinity to one point, right? So that is very important. So potential is work done to move a charge from, right? Work done to move a charge from infinity to particular point with a constant velocity. Right? That word is very important. Right? So this is what very important. So we are moving from infinity. So why we are moving from infinity? Because potential at infinity is 0. Why potential at infinity is 0? We will see in the next class. So one point is 0 potential and another point is having some other potential. So we will get the potential difference. Right? So we will see more details about this in the concept of potential in the next class. Right? So we know the difference between potential difference and potential. Potential difference is nothing but moving a charge from one point to another point. If you move a charge from one point to another point, both the points are having some potential, UP, UR. If you move one point to infinity, this point is 0, this point is having a potential UR. Still, the difference will give UR minus 0. That is nothing but potential at point UR only. So that's why we are moving from infinity. Right? So why potential at infinity is 0? We will see in the next class. Okay, next thing we have to study is, so the equation very important is potential is equal to, now potential at particular point becomes in minus infinity to P E dot dl. You understand the difference? This is potential or absolute potential. You remember the equation for potential difference? VR minus VP, or VP minus VR. This is potential difference minus R2P E dot dl. You see, potential difference is nothing but okay. Potential difference is nothing but to move a charge from one point to another point. That one point is R, another point is P. Whereas potential is the work done to move a charge from infinity to particular point P. Right? So who is doing that work? This work done by F external force. That is another important point, because the work that is done by external. So you can add that potential is nothing but work done by a external force. You can add that value also. Work done by a external force to move the charge from infinity to particular point. Right? Okay. Now next thing we have to know is, you see the equation. In the equation, you see V is equal to, right? What is that? V is equal to Vp minus Vr, del V is equal to E dot dl. Who is producing this E? This electric field is produced by source charge, capital Q, not by test charge. So the electric potential at particular point is depending on only the source charge, not on the test charge. Very important point, right? So our conclusion one is potential at particular point P is due to source charge only, not by the test charge. This is the first thing we have to know, right? Second thing we have to know is, we have known that potential del V is given by potential energy difference per charge. What is the energy difference? Joule. Energy is by joule. Charge is coulomb. So unit of potential difference is joule per coulomb. Later it was changed into volt, right? In memory of Alexandro Volta, right? So this is the thing I want to share about potential. We will deal the things we have to know, important aspects of potential, in the next class. Right? I hope you understand everything very clearly. If you are having any doubt, please ask me in comment section. I will clarify all your doubts. Thank you.